Live chat.
Welcome. We are live.
Oh, we are
and in
live.
color.
Right.
I just pressed the button. I was
You didn't
hoping
even
to
tell
catch
me.
you. I know. I was hoping to catch you off candor there, sir.
I wasn't doing anything. I was just
Yeah. I wanted to catch you and you were talking trash about Ellie, and then it didn't work. I'm just kidding. Ellie.
never.
I don't know about never. Just not today.
Never.
Ah. How are you? 4 people. Woohoo! We hitting numbers. Now 2. Ooh, we're getting better. Oh. Well, Ellie and Steven, welcome. Oh, there's 3 now. See, we just increased 50%. Kellen's dying on the floor.
Gotta wake up. I need to up the volume because I can barely hear you.
Hold on. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I found that out the other day when the microphone gets behind my beard, you can't hear it.
Yeah.
So I don't know how or why that's a thing.
Way better.
So let me.
Why are you off of this? Or why are you off of work this week, Steven? The whole week? We have spring break.
Yeah.
Spring break.
Did you win just the week of the lottery?
It was just like this week.
I need to set my stuff back up upstairs again so I could stream like in a fancy place, and not have a freaking stupid microphone looking like that.
It don't need to be fancy.
Well, it's better than because I have a mic. Yes, damn it, it does. No.
I mean, my microphone here, I have I have an ear piece to hear you with, but like that, it's pretty much it.
Yeah, I had to wear an earpiece too upstairs, but I had the microphone.
Yeah,
and it had the better camera.
Yeah. Oh, spring break for your school district. My kid's spring break is at the end of the month, so that's why I'll be.
Also, Steven must get the week off too at school. That's cool.
Up,
so speaking of Frankie J is here early. Frankie J, a fist pump. So you told us last week that you were having. Hold on. Tater tot casserole. There you go.
Nice.
You're having the margarita party of all parties. So come on, tell us about the margs. The people are anxiously waiting.
Are they really?
TV needs to know about the margaritas. He's had a rough week. Tell him.
I made the best tasting margarita because I am who I am, and I just constantly ooze excellence, and I breed winning. So like, of course, naturally, I'm gonna make the best tasting margarita. You know how I know it's the best tasting margarita is because it was completely gone.
Why is this bottle so low? Who's been drinking this?
It's like a squirrel.
That's all that's left.
No, I'm listening. Go ahead.
My margarita was completely finished by the end of the night, and everybody else's margarita was still in their containers. That's how you know that I had the best tasting one. Oh yeah, apple. I haven't tasted that yet. Apple.
Neither have I, but somebody has.
And yeah, everybody, because you know what it was that everybody was making margaritas, but they were going for like strength. So like their margaritas tasted exactly like just drinking flavored tequilas, which is not enjoyable. If you want a margarita, you want the actual drink.
Yeah, like when I was into that kind of stuff. Thanks, Steven. You're the man among men, sir. Like especially margaritas. I don't like the original margaritas, whatever flavor that's supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's not for me.
It's basically just like lime juice.
I was more like a strawberry marg kind of guy.
Uh-huh.
But when in Michigan, when I told you we had the cherry margs, that was like, and it's flavorful. Like there's tequila in there, but it's flavor.
Yeah.
If all you do is taste tequila, then that's just tequila with a little bit of fruit juice. Like
right.
That's not what I would go for.
Mine was a strawberry hibiscus, and it was just it was light. It was refreshing.
So that's the kind of aqua fresca flavor you did. You did the Jamaica. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It was good. It was real good.
There you go.
Shit. The lady at the store, she was like, "Oh, you like aqua fresca?" I say, "Yeah." He's like, I ended up buying like 5 of them containers like that. I kept going back there.
Yeah, it's dude, I love agua frescas. The mango kind is good, and then the Jamaica kind. Hey, there's our favorite pendejo. What's up, Archie? What's up, Adrian? Aloha, aloha. Yeah,
So like Ellie's talking about the fried pickles at Popeyes. I have a Popeyes down the road from me, and like still haven't gone to go get them. And my wife has been bugging me for like the pickle lemonade. They have lemonade and pickle juice.
So wait a minute, that's a thing. That's actually a thing.
Yeah, that's a real thing. Yeah, yeah.
That's I don't know.
I haven't tried it. I got to go get it before they stop selling it, because once they stop selling it, she's not gonna be able to get it, and then she's gonna be like, eh.
So yeah, who's ready for Mania?
Yeah, I'll watch it.
It's not this weekend.
I wish it was this weekend.
It's the weekend of Easter, aka 420. Oh, 19 and 20.
Yeah.
That sounds horrifying. What sounds horrifying?
Is it me brushing my beard?
I don't know. But my people are being too gosh darn loud.
Oh, he's talking about the pickle lemonade.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hold on. I must have missed something in my ADD structure. Popeyes has pickles, but they have pickle lemonade too.
They have fried pickles, pickle lemonade, and they have some kind of like chicken sandwich with pickles in it or something like that.
Well, chicken sandwich and pickles go together.
Yeah, but it's something like that. It's like a whole because of April Fool's Day. A lot of places made like a fake pickle menu.
Yeah.
But Popeyes wasn't an April Fool's joke. It was a legit pickle menu that they put out. And same thing with Wawa. Wawa has a whole pickle thing now. It's like I don't know. It's the season of pickles. Who knows? I don't know.
I saw pickle flavored pretzels at the grocery store last week.
Yeah.
Lemonade. See, and this is the thing. We're gonna solve the greatest debate in the world tonight. Right?
Okay.
I believe Bearded Wiley. Sir, how you doing? It's been a long time. Miss you. Love you. Hope everything's going well. I believe he has a truth and a lie in this statement. The truth is lemonade exists. The lie is there is no such thing as pickled juice. No such thing as pickle juice. It's just fucking vinegar with pickling spices in it. Pickle juice doesn't exist. That's vinegar. It's a pickling liquid. It's not juice. So no one's talking.
It's the juice of the pickle.
No, because because when you put the liquid into the jar that you're pickling, the liquid's the same amount that you have at the end is the same amount you started with. It's the vinegar in the pickling spices. That's it.
I think the cucumber changes it.
No, it doesn't, Jonathan.
You sure?
Listen, sir. There's no such thing as pickle juice. None. No one's talking to you. Go away.
I'm actually interested in this debate. If you're putting pickling spices into the liquid, that the flavor of a pickle is those pickling spices. Therefore, it's still a pickle flavored liquid.
But it's not pickle juice.
Why
right?
is if you juice a pickle? So what you're debating is it's not a juice, it's pickle vinegar. It's
pickled flavored vinegar.
What happens if you juice a pickle? You take
That's different.
And you put it in a juicer.
Then that's still just vinegar flavored.
No, because I just don't juice it.
No, because like if I take a bunch of apples and put it in a jar and put vinegar with the pickling spices, is that now apple juice? No, that's vinegar with apples in it. It's pickle brine. It's a brine. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's a
vinegar.
brine,
The spices is a brine.
Yeah,
it's cucumber secretions. But but can we all agree though that it's not pickled juice, right? Because it's not the same thing as apple juice, pineapple juice, orange juice.
Yeah, I get you. But like the masses call it pickle juice.
That'd be like because
quote,
my
unquote,
tea. This ain't tea juice. Did you put tea into water and it flavors the water? Does that make that tea?
No,
juice?
It makes it tea.
It's tea, right? Tea. This ain't blueberry tea juice, water tea. No,
it's blueberry tea juice.
Blueberry
tea juice. The juice.
Pickle juice doesn't exist. It doesn't exist.
Okay, just like a water's wet.
I don't care about cookies. Come on.
Well, okay, let's have that debate. Is water wet?
Is water
No,
wet?
it's not wet.
You don't get wet. Kellen, don't come in here saying you're wet, you dirty bastard.
Here's my debate.
You don't get wet until you get in the water.
Right.
Here's my debate. So if-
You need to go pick the boogers out your nose, by the way.
I just want- I know,
Okay.
but
Brian equals
Water
juice.
isn't what
That's
water
what it
makes
is.
Why you gotta out me on straight?
Brian does not equal juice. He goes, why do you out me on stream? They can't see you.
I don't care. Water is not wet because for something to be wet, water has to be on it. If you take an individual molecule of water, that is water. That water is not wet.
If I
He's right.
pour
Yeah, he's right.
pour water into another cup of water, is that now water
If
wet?
there's residual. No.
He's like,
If I add water to water, is the water I added now wet? Why? It's in the water.
As a whole, that whole cup, sure, the entire container of water is wet. If a single part of water,
So if I cup my hands and add water to it, are my hands now wet or are they just holding water?
they're wet and cold water.
And then when I let the water go, are my hands wet anymore?
If there is residual water left on your hands, yes.
So here, if I spit on you, you're not wet.
That's
It's
nasty.
not water.
Hey, Robert. Welcome, sir. Welcome.
But if you're gonna take water as definition, is
that's true. You don't want to hear nut
You might have
juice,
did
so
one.
milk. Nut,
that molecule
Nut
alone
milk.
is not wet.
I don't know if I want nut milk either. That's okay.
it's either nut milk or nut juice.
All the milk
Yeah, nut milk or nut. Kellen, you probably did hear him. You're inappropriate. But no, I disagree that pickle juice is juice. It's not.
Okay.
It's not juice. And people just drink it, and I don't know
People
how.
do drink it, yeah, because
I
it's
don't
really
get it.
good for cramps and stuff.
Yeah, because it's the vinegar stuff.
Yeah.
Now, cool. Like, and plus, it's very acidic.
Yeah, yeah.
Debates or someone yelling their objections from off camera, right? And that's what happens when I have teenage sons. One who's an ADHD smartass, and the other one who's actually a smart ass.
No,
What's up, Muskie Jim? Peyton will debate you all day,
I will.
but I really believe that water
He said,
can
"I
be
will."
wet.
One is wet on
depends on the condition.
Can
of
what?
the water.
Then if water's not wet, can water be dry?
No.
Dry or wet.
Well, it has to be one or the other. If water is not wet, then it must be dry. Right?
He's thinking about it. He took,
Right?
he took a long pause there for a second. He's like,
He's trying to think of his response. If water's not wet, then it must be dry.
Short circuiting, staring out a window.
Listen,
Yeah.
if water cannot be wet because water is the thing that makes things wet.
So then water's inherently dry.
That single.
The opposite of what's the opposite? What's the opposite of wet?
Are you gonna say? Are you gonna say cheese is cheesy?
Yeah, cheese is cheesy because it's cheese. So what's the opposite of wet? Dry, right?
Water is not dry. Water is not wet. It's neither.
If it's not wet, it must be dry.
That single molecule of a single molecule, 2 hydrogens, 1 oxygen, is dry because it is not surrounded or touching other water.
So water's dry.
valid. Yeah, I like
At its base form of a single molecule, yes.
No. This bottle of water is in the contents of my bottle are dry. And dry ice isn't actually ice. It's frozen. Yeah,
Frozen
it's not
CO2,
really
right?
ice.
Something like that.
Yeah, it's not really ice.
It's gas.
just gas.
Gas
yeah.
made into a
It's
solid.
solid gas when it hits the air. It's cold.
That's why it smokes.
Yes. So we've established. I'm Bill Nye the Science Guy. It is water is dry.
Depends on the condition of
All this knowledge equals
if the
beard
water's
products.
not more water-
You know what I mean? Like-
No.
Ask the
There's no
science.
science definition to is water wet.
No, because Mom will argue against me, even if I am right.
I'll argue with you. Even if I'm wrong, I'll argue.
That's
It's
just natural.
It's Schrodinger's bottle. I don't know what that means.
Schrodinger's.
I don't know.
The Schrodinger's cat,
His box?
or is
No,
it a cat?
bottle.
Yeah, it's in the.
He
it's a
said
cat.
Schrodinger's
It's a cat in a
bottle.
box. It's a cat in
Yeah.
a box,
Thing is the
and like
box.
But she's applied it to my bottle. She's applying that theory to the bottle. Is it wet or dry inside?
yeah.
Is it dead or alive? That's
No,
she's-
it's not the same.
it's not the
She-
same, but it's a comedic.
can't.
You
She's
don't
a science
know.
teacher, right?
You
Who,
can't.
my wife?
Yeah.
My wife is, but she's not. I don't know. what
Oh,
she-
okay, yeah, because she'll
She
probably,
probably
go, like,
left because she's like, these guys are idiots. But she's in the shower where the dry water's coming out and now making her wet. Hey, there's some jokes that could be made there. We're not making them.
We're not. But yeah, if she heard all this, she'd probably she'd probably stand on her soapbox and be like, "Well," because I have friends that are science teachers, and like every time you say something, they're just like, "Wait a minute," and then they go off on a tangent. I'm like, "You're right. Whatever you say, you're right." Because I just don't want to hear.
But
it
then,
anymore.
so Kellen asks, "Is cheese cheesy?" Cheese is cheesy, then, right? Because cheese is cheese, so that's cheesy.
Cheese is cheesy. But you can have cheese that's not cheesy. Because if you have a cheese that's just like sharp in the flavor ends,
I mean, like
not very
Parmesan's
cheesy.
not cheesy because it doesn't melt. It doesn't get melty.
Yeah, it doesn't get cheesy.
So,
it's just,
so then your definition of cheesy must mean melty.
no,
so you're
melty,
so you're associating cheesiness with meltiness.
well, yeah, because if a cheese doesn't melt and it's like a sharp block of cheese, then it's not really cheesy. It's
With
just
liquid.
the flavor, you know.
Parmesan doesn't really melt necessarily in the liquid.
Something like tequila or whatever to melt the
Tequila. Tequila melt.
liquid.
So yeah. So then, in order for cheese to be cheesy,
Yeah,
it must be melty.
It also has to be melty. Yeah.
That is your description of melted cheese.
Let's say I
Cheese.
have a sandwich with a whole bunch of cheese. That's cheese. That's cheesy.
Or if it's a lot of cheese flavor.
Yeah, but like,
Yeah.
what kind of cheese is put on a sandwich?
What is an adjective?
What kind of cheese is going on the sandwich?
American cheddar.
Provolone. He went in provolone.
Yeah, provolone's
American
cheesy.
cheddar, Cold
Cheesy.
Munster.
Yeah,
because cheese
blue
is creamy.
cheese is creamy.
Provolone's kind of creamy and it melts and it's
So
becomes
cheesy's
melty.
associated with creamy then.
Yeah, it's got it. Yeah.
See, we lost 3 viewers because we started talking about pickle juice and cheese.
Wait, it's creamy. No, cream is not creamy.
Cream is creamy. That's why it's called cream.
Cream makes things creamy.
Cream makes things creamy. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, this could go for hours.
If bread can be airy, but is air airy? No. Think about it.
Bread can be porous.
But you said bread's airy.
Oh, here's the thing. The air outside, is the air hot or cold? Or is it something else that makes it hot or cold? Can you have hot air and cold air
Yes.
in a stagnant form? Like right now, it's cold in the house, but is the air cold? Is something else making it cold?
Go up to my room.
Is it cold? But is it the air that's cold, or is it something else
The
making it
air
cold?
traps the heat.
I'm just saying
I don't know.
random
I don't
shit.
know.
I'm just trying to.
You know what I'm saying? But is it creamy
So,
and
so,
moist?
so Ellie wants to know: is it creamy and moist?
What are we asking
Kellen's
about?
laughing.
yeah.
Whatever you add cream to.
He's like,
Kellen says yes.
Moist is a dry heat that becomes silted water.
So then, if water is inherently dry, if it adds water to it, is the water now moist? Kellen says, "I'm moist."
You add water to a single molecule
Hot
of water.
ice.
You add water to a single molecule of water.
You're burning whatever it is you're doing in there. I smell it.
There's nothing. Yeah.
Oh,
But you see, the guys a heated debate of this or that. So
right?
now they're
Yeah.
burning.
And it's
the
all
food.
started from pickle juice.
Yeah, right.
Welcome to Chat Time with G. Lou and Johnny G.
Yeah,
where we
right.
talk about pickle juice and nonsense and right. But this is what's fun. Like we're just
Is air hot?
there is no seriousness whatsoever.
Is fire hot?
If we can see water and we can't see air, can fish see air and not see water?
Dry water is powdered water.
Dry water is powdered water.
You gotta
How-
add water
you
to make
never-
water.
You never bought a can of dehydrated water? It says
Yeah,
just add water.
Just add water. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm in this executive level coaching through my work where like you do one-on-one meetings with like a executive level coach.
Uh-huh.
And my coach just happens to be from the big New York City media field. And she's amazing, by the way. I love my meetings with her. But we had a talk and we were talking about work and how at work, I'm like the low stress, even kill, don't get worked up about things kind of guy. Cause I'm
Right.
like, I go, if things are going bad, right? Getting stressed out about it doesn't make it better. That's like throwing fire on top of fire, expecting the fire to go out. Like that's not going to work, right? So shut up, Kellen. So I said, this doesn't make sense, right? So I have one of my employees loves to get stressed out and everything's a big deal. And that's fine. That's just how they operate. But I'm like the opposite. The good cop, bad cop scenario, I'm the good cop. Like I'm just, it's what it is, man. We'll figure it out. Like there's no point. And I kind of my whole mindset on a lot of things. Well, from conversations, it's kind of for the last year and a half. I've just been like that.
Yeah, yeah.
So she was like, "That's a good analogy. You can't put fires out with fire." I'm like, technically, no. I mean, if it's a forest fire, you could build a fire line to stop the fire, but you're not putting it out.
Yeah.
So
right.
Let it happen, yo.
That's funny because like I'm the one that I freak out over a lot.
You do. You freak out about everything. Within 5 seconds of our stream ending last week, you were freaking out. So, yeah. And then you text me this morning, bro, we got to order bottles before the tariffs hit. So I ordered fucking 5 million bottles before we
84%. 84%.
Well, it's 104% now.
Well, yeah, no, but they're on us. So whatever.
Listen, I'm going to have a small tangent on tariffs and then we're done with politics.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if people realize this, and somebody in the chat, TV especially, is extremely intelligent. So he may have more to add, and that's fine. Please add it. Other countries have been tariffing the shit out. China especially been tariffing the shit out of us for a long time. They've already had a huge tariff on our stuff. So we're just adding what's the reciprocal tariff. It's just okay, fine. You're at 34%. We're at 34%, right? So China goes, well, we're raising it. Well, cool, we'll raise it. So we're just going to tit for tat with them.
Yeah.
The other countries are like, well, wait a minute, let's talk. We'll get rid of our tariffs if you get rid of yours. Cool, that's true free trade. But there's very few countries out there that do not already have tariffs in place on American products being imported, which is wrong. Like, if we're not charging them big tariffs, why are they charging us? So I think tariffs should just go away. You should be able to import us at whatever the cost of goods are between you and that business. And then we should be able to import products on whatever the cost of goods are for that business. We don't need to have, no one needs tariffs. Tariffs are to help build their economy. And when it costs and get their, like for China, they want their people to buy the products that they manufacture. So the American products are tariffs, so they cost more, right? So the idea is there'll be less. But the American products still come in, people still buy them. So just take the tariffs away because you're not going to keep people from buying them. And the same thing for us. We don't need to tariff anything. Just let it come in. So tariffs should go away in general.
It's true.
But I am a firm believer that right now we're in the height of the storm and all storms fizzle out. So you just have to ride the waves and see what happens. But the fact that 70 plus countries have come to the table and said, hey, let's talk. And some of them have already said, hey, let's go 0 for 0. And America's like, cool, we could do that. Because that saves us money coming in. And then now it's going to save you money with our stuff going over there. So what?
Why does China need tariffs? They make 90% of the world's products anyway.
Yeah, China does make 90% of the world's products.
Yeah.
I don't really think it's 90%, but
I mean,
yes.
It's a lot.
You know what he means.
But like, yeah, I missed out completely when the stock market was at its like when it was really crashing and it dipped like 2,000 points in one. Like there were things that I've been wanting to buy, and I just couldn't because I couldn't afford it. It was too expensive. But like one of them was Nvidia, and like Nvidia was going for like $150 a share, and then it dipped down to 88. So I was telling my wife, I was like, look, if we just take $1,000 or even like 1,500 and just let me make these moves that I want to do right now, like this will be the time. And she looked at me like I was crazy, and I was like, you don't understand how this works. Right now, this is the time to like, if you have the money, this is the time to buy like those things that you wanted to do, because in today's gains came back from all the loss that we took for the past few days, bounced right back in one day. Like it was like, I think I forgot how much it bounced up, but it bounced up to like back to normal for today. So like if I made those moves back on Tuesday, I would have been in the 15 to about 20K profit range if I made those moves that I had calculated that I thought like this is what's going to be good if I do this and this and this. I'm not going to tell you what it is because like those are my secrets. But like, you know, I would have made almost 20K just in this week. It's insane. Go ahead.
So Jonnie just admitted in live that he's not going to tell. He has secrets from us. I kicked you out. You have secrets. We don't have secrets, sir. Just kidding. Dude, my 401k took a beating this week.
Oh, I don't even. I personally, don't have one. My wife has one, because I used mine
For
to
porn.
to buy this house that we have and to pay for my wife's LASIK eye surgery. So like all my
Now, why would
retirement-
you want to improve Audrey's vision so she can see what you really look like? Why would you want to do that? Like, my wife has bad
Hey,
vision. I ain't getting
I
that
rolled
shit
the
fixed.
dice. I rolled the
You rolled
dice,
the
and
dice?
it came out in my favor.
She takes the things off her eyes.
yeah.
She's like,
Oh my
as
God,
long
I
as you didn't
actually
hear
see
like,
it now.
oh, if you hear that, then you're like, fuck.
Yeah. No, I did. I like 10 years ago, I looked at my retirement. And I was like, yeah, you know what? It's not that much. Like, we can't live off this for the rest of our lives. I'll take the 40% hit and like, just
Now, Mark just sent you money for my birthday.
thank you, Mark. I appreciate it.
Boy, with friends like that. So Monday was my birthday. Thanks, Mark, for
That's right.
outing
Monday
me.
was
Monday was my birthday.
yeah.
I turned 27. Thanks for that.
He
Shut
really
your
turned
face.
32.
Yeah, no, I'm a lot older than 32. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate that. You know what's funny? So like but I'm not a birthday guy. Like that's just not my thing, right? So you don't see me announcing and all this other things. Well, my wife posted on her social media about my birthday, and of course it tags me. So then my friends could see it. So then there's like 80 people tell me happy birthday, and I'm like, now I gotta sit there. Thank you.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be a dick. Like, I appreciate it.
Well,
But like I don't like bringing that attention to myself. No, you have to say, see, he's right. He goes, I can't send you money and you don't take gifts. True. I mean, if you help get our subscriber count up, we can monetize the channel. We need your folks to help us grow, right? Grow like the water that's dry. But yeah, I don't like Mark's tried sending me. So he goes, hey, I need your address to send you something. I said, no, you don't. So I'll give you my address, but you ain't sending me nothing because I'll put return to sender. I'm not a big gift. Yeah, and he texts me in the morning, happy birthday. He knows my birthday, which is kind of scary that he remembers that because I don't remember very many people's birthdays.
I don't remember anybody's birthday. I
except for
like my kids and my wife.
There's a few that have I have a few in the beard community that we have the same birthday. Yes, we're working on that. Working on that. Hi, Dagan. How are you? Welcome.
Dagan.
So Retro Beards update, right? Do we want to give an update? Here's the update.
Give an update. Yeah,
Jonnie and I decided we're just closing down and we're going to just start a porn business. So,
that's right.
And no one's buying that. Just kidding. We're not doing that.
Is it you two together?
You did send me. What did you? Oh, you did send me something, Mark. Was it? And it was against my will too. What was it?
It's against my will.
Hand me my Lego box. I'll show you what my people got me for my birthday because they know I'm not big on gifts, but I like things for my office.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
The Piranha Plant. That's awesome.
Yeah. So they're gonna put it together so I can stick it in my office.
Why don't you put it together? It's your birthday gift.
I don't put together any of my Legos. My DeLorean, Back to the Future DeLorean, Peyton put together. I have the MTV Moon Man. Peyton still has to get together.
I'll put it together.
But yeah, I don't. We bought my wife 3 things of Legos for her birthday for her classroom, and they're not put together yet.
Now I have to Google who that is. Let's see.
No. I don't give out. I don't want people sending me anything. I don't. I will never say, here's my PayPal donation. No, I don't want or need a thing. If you want to give me something for my birthday, just give me your love, support, friendship, and good advice. That's it. I don't want gifts. I don't want hate. I don't want money. That's it. Just
Mark, it's kind of weird, by the name. But yeah, all right.
Oh, the lady.
Yeah.
So you don't want to know Mark's freaky side, right? Oh, you did. You sent me a bottle of Poe. The updated Poe, Nevermore. We did Nevermore. He'll send you my Snoop on a stoop. No, I've got a Snoop on a stoop, but he's away for the season. He's vacationing. He's vacationing. He's in jail. He's vacationing. Hey, babe, you missed the important conversation of the year. If water's not wet, then inherently it must be dry.
Water what?
She said, she rolled her head back. Oh my God.
Yeah.
One molecule of water is not wet. However, multiple molecules of water are wet because the extra molecules get it wet.
Get it wet. Okay, yeah.
So
Makes
I got
sense.
her. So I need to bring extra molecules to the bedroom.
Makes sense.
Got it.
It
Yeah.
is creamy. It is a moist.
Cream is creamy. Cheese is cheesy.
It's cheese.
So then water's not wet, not dry anymore. Now water's wet.
Well, no, it's cheese.
From the
Because
teacher of
the other
science.
water molecules. Yeah.
So explain that to Peyton because he argued against the water being wet.
It's-
I don't know how many years in the beginning of my existence.
And if we see
You're not
air,
kidding
if we see
myself.
water, but we don't see air. Do fish see water? Do fish see air, not water?
What's up, Vato?
What you missed? You missed nothing, sir.
Yeah, you,
Huh?
yeah.
Oh, so my mother-in-law got a new vehicle. Want to see it?
Is that a walker?
It is a walker.
Oh no.
She jacked up her spinal cord. It's all twisted and
God.
tangled and choking. So
Hope she's a
they got her that because she has a trip to Scotland next month.
uh-huh.
And she was afraid because of her back injury and the potential for, she's 72, by the way, her potential for surgery is high. So
And
when
it-
she went to the surgeon, he says, look, get a walker, go to Scotland, have a good time. We'll see when you get back. Because who knows if you're ever going to get to go. You know what I mean? Once
Yeah,
you start
that's
breaking
true.
shit when you're old, then things just kind of
Yeah,
start.
old people when they fall and they get hurt, it's like
Like my grandmother broke a hip and then never
Crazy.
recovered from that and died in the hospital. So
yeah, it's
it
crazy.
happens. Not that my mother-in-law, she's a stubborn old. She's going to live till she's 180 just
Yeah,
because.
yeah.
Because if she can live longer than everybody else, she would do that. She's a strong, independent woman.
There you go. There you go.
Her Stanley Cup. Yeah, so I have to have so an update. We'll skip the Retro Beards update for now. So I had my follow-up appointment post MRI with my foot surgeon. So read through it. If you see how much money it's going to cost me, but it's business related, so you want to do things. So yeah. Originally, remember I said they were going to have to go in there and grind down some spurs, and then that's it. No. So now what they're going to do, the first knuckle on the toe, they have to fuse it now. So they're going to make it solid so that my top knuckle, I'll be able to move, which doesn't really move anyway. But now my toe, so I won't be able to be on my foot for 6 to 8 weeks.
So you're gonna get one of those little. You're gonna get one of those scooters.
A knee scooter.
A knee scooter.
Yes.
Yeah.
They tell me we'll prescribe you a knee scooter. I'm thinking,
hell yeah.
No. And since it's elective surgery, which means so I could choose not to have the surgery. They said we can give you an insert for your foot that will elevate your toe so it's not rubbing against each other. Because basically they said I have zero cartilage in my toe and it's caved in. So they have to fuse it because there's nothing they could do. And it would push up the knuckle, but then it would just rub against my shoe and be irritating. She goes, so you still have some pain. I go, let's go for the pain-free route. Like if you got to fuse it, solid that bitch up. If I can still walk, I don't care.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna have a Deion Sanders foot. So since I'm choosing to have it, I can kind of pick when we're gonna do it. So I have a lot of life things happening in the next couple months, and then some work things happening. I'm like, okay, so we'll do it after like maybe the end of August, maybe September, and then I'll have it during the fall because until then, like in May, we've got a sand soccer trip in Virginia Beach. I can't be messed up for that because I won't be able to drive. And
right.
And then we have our vacation in May and won't be able to drive. So and with things for work after that. And I'm like, yeah, we'll wait until September and then I'll have it and then I'll be lipped up for that. So, and I got to make sure it's not good. Like it's on the off time when I make my quarterly trips to Jersey. So I need to make sure. So
damn.
And then Aaron's like, well, just add the auto drive back to the Tesla and just tell it where to drive you. I'm like, I could do that, but I still don't want to be doing that on I don't want to be limped up for.
Yeah, you still need a foot to just in case you need to, take over.
There you go. I mean, like it's not a major problem. The recovery part, the 6 to 8 weeks is just more of an inconvenience to life, right?
Yeah.
Not a major life altering thing. It's just that 6 to 8 weeks is going to be a pain in the ass. So I said I'm gonna on my foot scooter. I'm gonna get a red and blue light on the horn and go around everywhere. Wee woo, wee woo, wah, wah, wee. Yeah, get some Heelys.
Hey, go get some Heelys. There you go. You just I tried to get Heelys, and I tried to convince my job. I was like, look, I can travel around this factory a lot faster if I get some Heelys. And they told me no. They were like, no, it's a liability. And I was like, yeah, but come on.
Yeah. Now the doctor did say, like, well, we can give you pain meds. I'm like, we'll be good. You do the surgery, I'll take some Tylenol, Advil, we'll be good. I don't do pain meds. I don't do narcs and stuff like that.
No.
No, I don't.
What the fuck is
I just don't do them. Like you know why I don't do them. Well, you
Yeah.
should know, but I just
Yeah.
don't take any.
No, it's not good if you know.
Yeah, okay, yes. No, are we allowed to talk about that? Do we have an update? Did it achieve its goal?
No, I took it out and I put in the thing and it's
Oh.
there.
So no, it was a stupid prank because it wasn't April Fool's.
Well, it didn't fall because I felt you guys made me feel guilty about it and how I was gonna ruin it. So like I took it out and I left it there. They never probably even knew it was gone.
Now you got to check on to see how it looks now.
I don't give a shit.
But we're curious if it actually
don't
separated
care enough to.
We care. We're invested in this story, so we're not going to go into details to avoid having to remove this. But go find it, check it, give us a status update.
It looks exactly the same.
No, we need another week.
I don't know how it. I don't know how it like was out of bottle beforehand, so I wouldn't know if it's perfectly fine the way it is now.
Well, if there's 2 layers of product in the bottle, then
it's like the way it was done. It was squeezed, all the air was out of it, and then it was capped. So it's kind of like vacuum, in its own vacuum. Right.
So maybe it didn't separate.
I think it's fine.
Still think it was a dick move.
The only thing is like, all right, so we got that fridge with all the food in it, right? Where like it's supposed to house the products for the machine. So like today they were like, my company got bought by another company. So these new owners came around and they walked around and they looked at the fridge and I said, oh, that's to house the foil because of humidity reasons. We don't want it to curl and all that stuff. And I was like, thank God they didn't open it. Because if they opened it, it would have been no foil in there and it's all full of food. So it's like, thank God they didn't open it, because then right then and there, it puts me in a bad spot because they're like, I just literally told these people why we have it and what it's for. And then if they open it, it's full of food and these are the brand new owners. So it's like, how do I explain that? You know what I mean? So like,
you just walk away.
I can't.
You get in your car and you go home.
Yeah, I can't. I'm like, if they opened it and they looked at it, well, I'm gonna say, well, I can't believe that's there. That's not supposed to be like that. I don't know whose food that is, and I would have to go into that whole explanation and that stress that I just do not want. So like, this is why I'm angry at this whole thing. But because I get asked by the vice president and the owners of these companies that come down, because I so happen to work in the home location, like the home base where they're, that's where they are. So they come down and they ask me these questions. I'm like, I don't know. That's not my stuff. You know what I'm saying? So like, I hate to be put in that position. I hate to be put in that position.
So how many people in the chat actually had a TV like what our background is? I distinctly remember having like this TV. Anybody else have that?
I had a TV like this, except it didn't have the dials on the side for the picture.
Yeah,
it literally just had the two the little stick to turn it on. And
like it's got a lot of dirt in the speaker. It looks like they need to clean this.
Yeah.
What kind of house is this?
I don't know.
They're dirty people.
I also had the Zenith like home entertainment, like whole cabinet with the TV in the middle with the drawers on each side.
Oh.
It was a big wooden thing.
Yeah,
I had that. My parents had that.
Yeah.
That was so cool. Playing Nintendo on that was awesome because it was like they had the best picture.
Oh, I don't.
And Duck Hunt worked really well on that.
In high school, I had a TV like this where you had to change the channels and do all that stuff. I didn't have a.
My first TV in my room was one where I had to, and I was only.
I think they send that to anybody to get money. How much does it cost me?
$4,524.
They had to look at my stuff now.
Okay. Well, I'm not paying $4,529
For what?
to go to some
I'm not asking the
scholar business high school thing.
Oh, okay.
Just try to get
Well, to get the extra the bunny ears, yeah. And if you stand like this, you get an extra channel.
No. We had a black box, so
That sounds illegal.
hey, I don't know. I didn't buy it.
You want a penis? You want a penis?
so happy.
He said happiness. I mean, I'm happy. So, cause I'm happy. So, Retro Beards update. So, you know what's funny? Remember last week we talked, and this is for y'all listening. We talked about how we explored, and I was having a brain funk idea on just a standard label across the board, and we just changed the name and the font for each scent, right?
Huh?
And I'm like, yeah, I just not coming up with anything in my head. So I called Jonnie on video chat this past weekend, working on stuff, and just so I can get his input on some stuff and some colors because I'm colorblind. And then I said, you know what? I said, you know what was a cool label? And I said, this was a cool label for something I did before. I pulled it up, took some things out, added the retro beer stuff, and it was like, holy shit, this looks really good.
It really clicked, yeah.
But it was like, if somebody looked at this, are they going to question, well, what's retro about it?
Right.
So we decided to go against it and we just keep what we have, which would be the different types. And the labels are going to be matte, so they'll look flat. They won't be glossy. They'll be like a matte look, kind of like what we want the look to kind of be.
Like old school, yeah.
Yeah. So a unicorn jockstrap. Now, would you put a jockstrap on a unicorn? What would that be?
No, unicorns are really.
But a unicorn's boys or girls? Or are they both?
I think they're both.
So you can have a boy unicorn. So a boy unicorn can wear a jockstrap. A girl unicorn probably wouldn't.
I don't know what the updated unicorn like lore is right now because I have to see the movie Death of a Unicorn.
Oh, I heard that was good.
Yeah, I heard it was good too, and like I want to see it, so like I have to see.
So don't talk like that, sir. So when I think of unicorn, I think of the one on the Squatty Potty commercials. I don't think that unicorn needs a jockstrap. He needs dude wipes, but not a jockstrap. But yeah, so that's the Retro Beards update. So butter labels are 90% done. I got to just do the last couple ones because I just haven't finished them. Soap labels are done. Wash labels are done. I think Sack Suds labels are done. Yeah. You just have to order them. That's the part that's not fun because it's not going to be cheap. So we did order new bottles or more bottles to stock up before we get slammed with having to pay $5 a bottle.
Word.
So bottle wise, we're good. I think we're good on jars too. I ordered a bunch of jars the last time.
Yeah, we have a lot of jars. Yeah.
And then order some more ingredients to make butters with because I think we're good on the oil side.
Yeah, oil side we're good. We're good. Yeah, we're good on oils. Yeah.
So we're good. So I think by the plan is originally was last Sunday to have labels ordered. They'll be ordered by this Sunday. And then once they're ordered, we'll have them within a week. We could get everything relabeled. And then work on the site. The site, Jonnie and I are probably going to have a long video chats, and he's going to not be able to be drinking margaritas for a weekend, so I can have some help with the color scheme, making sure it flows, because our labels are all vastly differently colored, and I want to make the site not clash with the labels when the pictures are on. So the unicorn and legend, I don't know what legend is.
The unicorn and legend.
Hey, was the horse in the never-ending story wasn't a unicorn? That was just a horse.
Yeah,
right?
it was just a regular horse.
Artax
was regular horse.
Artax, right? Because Atreyu was the boy, right?
Yes. There was no unicorn.
There's no unicorn. And Falcor was the flying dog.
Falcor was a luck dragon.
The luck dragon. Did you know there's a place, I want to say it's actually in Jersey, it might be in New York, that has the actual Falcor head?
I heard about this. Yeah. You don't know how bad. I had a dog that looked just like Falcor.
Yeah?
He looked just like him. His name was Buffy. He was a white.
Did you ride
a white mutt that looked just like Falcor.
Never ending story.
I watched Never Ending Story like a bunch of times as a kid. This was my movie that my parents like I've always watched over and over and over again.
I don't
But,
find
like,
it to be a very good kid movie because
I liked it.
the Artax scene is
It's
devastating.
sad. It still gets me to this day. I'm an adult. I'm 42 years old, and I see that scene, and I'm like,
Legend with Tom. I don't know if I've seen that. Oh, you rager, you rager.
oh yeah, raging like a maniac.
Yeah, so and I had a light bulb go off this week, right? I saw some videos of I don't want to say influencers, but just people who make videos with like liquid butters from various places, and none of them seem buttery. They just seem like oils, right? So I'm like, what the hell's the name of it? Vitality version 2 is close to being a liquid butter if I thin it a little bit. So I'm like, maybe we turn that
I don't
into
know. I don't know if it'll work. I don't know. I don't know if it'll work the same.
No, because I was
I don't think
thinking
it'll work the same.
so
because like it's not a liquid state. It's a semi-solid.
True.
So like when it dries down, it gives you that solid kind of feeling more
Like
than
like
an
butter
oil does.
yeah.
Yeah.
See, to me, a liquid butter should leave you feeling like you used butter. It's just you don't have to worry about it melting because we pre-melt it for you.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't used a liquid butter in like years. It's got to be at least
I can
2
tell
years.
you, I have never used one.
I have used one, but I don't remember how it felt. And right now, the one liquid butter that I bought, the scent is gone. So like, I'm not going to put that on my beard now.
Yeah.
I have to buy a new liquid butter just to feel it and see what it feels like. And there's one that looks good. I'm going to pick it up, because I like, it looks good. So.
Don't mess with the vitality, says. Yeah. Well, don't say that to your mother, or you're going to be sleeping. Okay, but don't say, "Are you stupid?" to your mother. You'll be sleeping outside with the fucking frogs. Yeah, keep it up. Yeah.
That's a thing that the young people say now, because my kids they call each other stupid, and then they laugh about it, and then immediately I'm like, you don't talk like that to each other. What's wrong with you? But it's like a thing, I don't know, but yeah, like I get that. We're like, you just want to.
That's a. I mean, now we finished the label, so thanks a lot for putting ideas in our head. But maybe for something else. Yeah. And I'll be honest with you. I don't know the hype or I don't know. I don't want to say it doesn't have a place, but I just don't see, like, I understand the concept is so you have a product that if it's melted, it still works how you want it to work.
Yeah, that's the idea. Yeah.
But to me, if my butter's in the house, so it's solid. If I'm leaving, I just take an oil. If it's summertime, I'll just take an oil with me. I won't take a butter, or I'll take a butter knowing it's going to melt in transit. Then when I get there, I got to stick it in the mini fridge, right? So I know. Well, you don't have very much longer, so to watch it, Abbott, you better hurry. Oh, you hush it.
So like, I purposely put like some beard products in conditions that are not favorable. Like I have a couple of oils in the bathroom. I say you really shouldn't store them in the bathroom because when you take a hot shower, it heats up. The label.
I store all mine in the bathroom.
I mean, like that's just one of the things. Like when you take a hot shower, it heats up and makes the label all weird and it affects the oil and all that stuff. But like none of that has ever been true. All my oils that are in the bathroom, hot shower, multiple showers, it's been fine. I have a bottle of oil in this. It's got to be going on like 3 years now, just in there. Still open it up, smells exactly the same, so it's perfectly fine. I have a jar of Vitality in my car, so like I leave it in the glove box. Yeah, I leave it in the glove box. It has completely liquefied, melted, got solid over the winter.
The new Vitality or the old, like
old full vitality, and it's a scent that I really like too. So like it's like I was like I'm gonna sacrifice this and see if you know. And it's been in my car. It's in my glove box, and it has melted down to where I opened it up, and it was like completely liquid because it got so hot in the car.
Yeah.
Still put my finger in it, put it on my hand, put it in my beard, perfectly fine. Capped it up, put it back in the glove box. The seasons changed. It got solidified again because of the cold weather.
Just different texture because now it's not whipped. Or
Opened it
beaten.
up, scooped it out just like normal, put it in, works exactly the same. So through all the seasons of melting and solidifying and melting again, I can still open up that jar, use that product, and it's fine.
I'll tell you why I don't believe in the myth that the storing the oil in the bathroom in the shower with the temperature fluctuation is going to hurt it, because the ingredients that are in that are used to make that product, I promise you, are not in a climate controlled warehouse. I promise you they're not.
Yeah, that's true.
So, and then the shipping and the storage and all that stuff. So, and when they're made, when you take a jojoba bean or whatever the hell bean they come from, or castor bean, and you make the oil out of it, it's not cold. I mean, cold process doesn't mean it's cold. It just means it's not used with heat to do it, but you're squeezing it at whatever temp it happens to be. You're just squeezing it, right? So I don't believe the shower is a poor place. Now, inside the shower where the moisture, but like it is probably bad, but on your bathroom sink or your counter or your medicine cabinet or the closet in there, whatever, I think you'll be fine as long as it's not open. All right, let's look at check. And that, true, Mark, like it's gonna melt. I tell you, the one thing I hate is in the summertime getting a butter in the mail and it's liquid because I want to like use it.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah, put it in the freezer, it's fine. Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
But yeah, you're right. You're melting in your hands anyway because it's not emulsifying. You're melting it. Because emulsification is not the process of melting. But anyways, so like you said, dip your finger in there and you already got it's done.
Yeah, it's just already melted for you. You just put it in your beer.
All right, what's Vata say? Jonnie does the weirdest, randomest things for no purpose.
Yeah, and I don't tell anybody I did. I just do it. Just do it.
I have two that love every time I want to see. CBD1 works great as a muscle. It does, well, because it has a good amount of CBD in it too.
Yeah.
When you say it hasn't stood the test of time, do you mean the scent hasn't stood the test of time or the product went bad? Because the scent can go away and the product is still going to work, right? So that don't mean the product went bad. I've got products from my very first year of doing this that still work. So, and still smell. I get messages all the time from people like, hey, I got this bottle and I know when that bottle was made. And I'm like, damn, and it's still good. Like, yeah, it's still fresh. I got a bottle of Scarecrow, and I can tell you the last time I made Scarecrow, it's half gone. Still good. So,
yeah, I got some bottles that just have like straight up dust because I haven't opened them or used them in a long time. But yeah,
and I'll give you 12 people in here, 6 that are participating, 6 that are just listening, some juicy tidbits. I was against it from the start. The demand has been increasingly growing. So we will bring Scarecrow to Retro Beards. Possibly under a different name. Maybe not. But that scent will come back.
It's going to be called Crow Scare.
And Kauai scent, not CBD, because we're not getting into the CBD game.
No.
Kauai is on my short list of comeback scents because I loved it. That was our smoked pineapple.
This is a good scent.
Amazing. Yeah, and it was simple,
I still have
right?
it. I still have I have oil and butter and CBD of that. I have all of that.
I get a lot of requests for Kauai, the smoked pineapple, Scarecrow, the raspberry scent is being we reimagined it. That's what the berry blitz is. Mm-hmm. It's similar to the ginger raz, but different enough to be its own thing. So yes. So we are going to bring. We're not going to base the company off of old stuff, but we will bring some previous scents from Chesapeake to Retro. Mm. I don't believe I have any from Alley Cat that I could bring back at this moment. But Chesapeake, I had a lot with Chesapeake. So
Yeah.
And Scarecrow just happens to probably be my all-time best selling. Luxurious probably won't come back. Now here's the thing, like
that was F2020, right?
F2020 turned Luxurious.
Yeah.
So there's old scents that I want to reimagine them and grow them, but I don't know. Oh, and Jukebox is another scent that I've been getting requests for, which is very odd because it didn't sell as well as you would think. No, I can't do Interrupted because Luxurious became Interrupted. So I can't do Luxurious. And I wouldn't do it anyways.
You can't do Happy Now because that's a AC scent.
Hold on. If I put, Vato. Which one is Vato talking about?
I don't know. Scroll up now.
Oh, the raspberry.
What are you talking about? Oh, yeah, the raspberry and the carbonate.
So there's a slight carb effect to Berry Blitz, but not super prevalent. It's like, I would say it's there in the essence of you would find in a beer versus the soda, right?
Yeah.
So, oh yeah, Mark loves Happy Now. Mark loves Happy Now. No, we're not bringing that
Red
back.
Crow.
Red Crow, yeah. Red Crow. So we'll have some of that. So I don't know when that'll happen, but it's on the list. Right now, we just want to get the unfortunate of the rebrand done.
Yeah, we just
ask me if Shopify's contacted us yet.
If you're
I'm done trying to contact them.
If you were holding
all they do
breath
is
waiting, you're dead now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shopify doesn't care about its customers.
No, it doesn't.
They don't care.
And I'll tell you what, I'm dreading using this other platform to build our site because it is a tad more difficult. Not impossible. It's just not as easy. And it's right now I can deal with some easiness with this, but it's going to work out. It's going to be great. It's going to be fine. It's fine. We're fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
It's going to be okay.
But now that we're getting the labels finally done, still no, Archie.
Yeah, still no.
I mean, now, to be fair, so people don't think we've just given up, Jonnie and I have probably had no less a combined 40-plus conversations with these people.
Yeah. At
the level that they allow us to conversate. The people who could fix it don't give two flying monkey butts.
Right.
So we're going to use Wix. Tomahawk, welcome to the show late, Bendeco. Archie, get your cousin.
We just finished saying it's like, so they got to
No. So yes. So we'll be on Wix is going to be our website host. And what I did is I've already bought other versions of our domain name that if it happens to us again, I can easily switch to a new domain and go live with another platform.
Yeah.
Because I own Retro Beards, I own different variations. So, Wiley, have you not? So Retro Beards is basically our other business, Dad Beards, just rebranded because of a long story, which wasn't on our bingo cards. Have you not tried our butter with Dad Beards? Because I believe it's better than Alley Cat butter. And I have a lot of Alley Cat butter in there, and I can tell you I go to my Dad Beards butter, like inherent, just boom. Mm-hmm. I used all my Anton butter.
I gotta send you a jar.
So sad. No, don't send me a jar because I want to keep that. Let's use that. We need it. We need our inventory.
Stock. Yeah, for stock.
Yeah. So I've just been using the oil, and then you know me, I'm a butter mainly guy, but I've been oil only for at least 3 weeks because of and I have other butters. It's just I've really been into the Anton scent.
Right.
And I was like, damn, our oil's good because my beard's been feeling great.
Yeah, the oil's good. Yeah.
Oh, so you haven't, Wiley. Okay. So then once we relaunch this, So this is what happened, right? So 2 years ago, last month, I shut Alley Cat down, right? Was like, I'm never coming back. A year later, Jonnie and I had some conversations while doing our other side business stuff, and decided, you know what? Like, I took a year off. I stepped away. My mindset's kind of going back to the happy side of life. I said, let's do this. But I put parameters on it saying, but we have to, I wanted to be extremely affordable, no nonsense, no affiliates, no ambassadors, no discounts. I want all the extras to go into the lowering of the price. So we created dad beards because we wanted to be dad centric and family oriented type stuff. Well, when was this? In January this happened?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so we got an email basically from Shopify saying that we need to verify Jonnie's identity because he's a terrorist. Which the funny thing is, on the Shopify side of it, Jonnie's name wasn't on anything. He had access to log in, but his name wasn't on anything. So that was kind of weird, right?
Yeah.
Made me suspicious, but it was a legit Shopify thing. And we know for a fact it was because we've been dealing with them idiots. So we contact them to do it, and then they basically close our access to log in to our site. We couldn't get into it. So we contact them, and nobody knows anything. Oh, we'll send you an email. We sent you an email to this. And I go, if you're sending me an email to our Dad Beard's email address, I can't access that because I can't access my site. It's tied into it. It's not a separate email platform. You get to it through your Shopify login. So I had to give them a personal email, and they did. Well, do you think I'm getting anything from them? No. So this is every day for a couple of weeks, 5-6 times a day. Jonnie and I are both contacting customer support. We wait a few hours, nothing. Contact them again. And it's the same thing. Oh, we see your thing. Da da da. We don't know what's happening. Blah blah blah. Oh, we just need to change your email and we can fix it. Da da da. Nothing. And then our whole store just goes inactive and it disappears from the interwebs. We can't access nothing.
Yeah.
Can't do a damn thing to it. So basically, Shopify hijacked our store, killed it. We have no access to it. The domain name, which I own, I can't transfer it out because you have to access the store to transfer it out. And when I talk to Shopify people, you can only talk to them on chat. Their phone number don't work no more. You call it, it says, we've transitioned to an online chat.
Tried that. Yeah, tried that too. Yep.
So we can't transfer the domain. So then we're like, well, what are we going to do? If we go to a different website host, our website name, we can't use that because Shopify's hijacked it. And any other variation is unavailable to purchase unless we do a .net, .org. And I'm like, I don't want those. I want .com. So we had to make a decision. We either just say, F it, screw it, we're done, or let's just rebrand it. Wasn't on our bingo card, but let's rebrand it to something new. New labels, same products, nothing changing product-wise, just new labels, new designs, create a new domain, move it over to this place, and back up and running. So we decided to do that, and that's where we came up with Retro Beards, because then we could design everything based on just old school vibes from anything from the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. We have many decades to choose from and kind of do that. So that's where we're at now. We're on the final end. Label designs have been wrapped up mostly. We should be ordering by the end of the weekend, and then we can get the website designed. I already have all that paid for and it's active. If you go to retrobeards.com, you'll see a here, I'll show you.
Little launch page.
Yeah. Yeah, you see a little a little launch page.
Yeah.
Retro Beards. Now, this isn't what the website is going to look like. This is just a landing page that fit the kind of the theme. It looked kind of cool. So that's what you get. My phone says, somebody's on your website. No shit, I am. So then we'll relaunch with that. And then I can promise you there is somebody from Chicago, Illinois on it. We're not rebranding after this. Is it? I told Jonnie, if this happens again, if we can't keep this, then I'm just walking away. I don't know if it's the universe telling us it's a bad deal. So yeah.
Fair.
So what, Wiley, my brother, now you're caught up. That's where we're at. We're still, even with what's going on in the political world, we're still, our oils are $12. 1 ounce oils, 2.5 ounce butters, $12 each, right?
Yeah.
And that's no discount codes, nothing, because every discount code you could have used, you're getting that in the price. We basically we did the equation. I did a whole chart. In one of our first streams, we kind of broke it down with why we're able to do our costs and that our profit margin is actually lower than our competitors, even when our prices. Anyways, we took out the affiliate commissions, the affiliate discount codes, sale codes, and said, okay, with all these, what would our price end up actually really being anyways? And then we're just giving it to you with that price. So you don't have to remember a code. You don't have to worry about, oh, did I use this affiliate's code? Am I upsetting this person if I don't use their code? Or, oh, hey, we're having a sale, but we have to stack codes because we want to piss somebody off. And none of that. We're just consumer centric. And this is not talking about anything. Listen, discounts, how people doing it are fine. But like our diagram showed that at the end of the day, with all the discounts and stuff and the commission fees they pay, we're bringing in the same amount of money that they're bringing in. So it's not hurting us and we can sustain it. We just have to sell more to make as much of a profit for some things. Our wash, instead of an 8 ounce, it's a 5 ounce wash, but it's, what is it? $12 for the wash, right?
$12 for the wash. Yeah.
Our ball wash, Sack Suds, is 5 ounces, but it's $11. So the pricing, you mean, are there more affordable items out there? Yes. But we think we knocked it out of the park with the level of ingredients and sourcing that we're doing and our pricing. We did not skimp on anything. Our scents aren't out of the bottle scents. We're not just pouring vanilla in and calling it a day. We've created in fact, I can tell you, Anton and Briscoe, for a 16 ounce bottle worth of our fragrance blend, one's just over $200, the other one's just shy of $300 to make 16 ounces of scent. If that's skimping, then I don't know what being extravagant is, because that's expensive. One of our scent ingredients for Briscoe is expensive as all hell. And Anton, which is going to be Disco Fever, half of it's essential oil blend, and that's not cheap. So we didn't skimp on anything. So the hard part is just educating the public, saying, look, low price, high quality. We promise you. Just because someone's charging $20 doesn't mean our $12 is bad because we're more affordable. We just eliminated all those extras, right?
Yeah.
So that's where we're at. So you'll know because we'll do our relaunch on here.
Oh yeah, we'll do the whole thing, the whole bit. I even suggested we do a scent with one fragrance on it, and Gary almost went through the phone and killed me.
So so
he was like, nope. I was like,
we did a custom oil for a longtime customer and someone we've actually met in real life, who lives in between Maryland and Pennsylvania, like right on the line. Mm-hmm. And he's like, hey, this is what I want. I just want a simple version. I just want this style of scent, but simple. Yeah. And it was basically just a single pour scent. Yeah. It smells good. It's not a bad scent.
Yeah, I wear it all the time. I love it.
And Johnny's like, hey, we should release this. And I told him, absolutely not. He's like, why? It's like, I will not release a scent where we just buy this one single scent and throw it in there and call it a day. I said, I will not do that. So it's a barbershop scent. I said, when we make a barbershop, I'm going to create the barbershop of all barbershop scents. I've already done some good ones before. I'm not doing a single pour barbershop. It's not happening. We'll do it for a customer if that's what the customer wants. But we're not doing it as the brand thing.
I got a quarter of a bottle left, and I'm just like, so 2-3 drops at a time. Oh,
yeah, I mean, listen, Phil and beer, everything about beard care is subjective. So some people may really like Josh really loved Alley Cat butter, so he may be like, I don't know. But see, he says it's equal, but vitality is number one. I will tell you the vitality that we're working on to recreate version 2, which will get a new name, but it's killer. It is asinine how good it is.
It is insane how good this. I can't wait for my beard to grow out fuller so I can use it again. I mean, you can use it on this, but like, it's much better when you have a bigger beard and you can really feel it. You know.
See, and Wiley, that's one of the things we did. We're like, look, we don't want people to, because I've done it myself and I've had this experience with the other brands, is that you'll notice during holidays when you have big sales, people buy more. Well, I don't want you to wait to a holiday or a big sale to buy $100 worth of beer product to stock up for the year when you could just come to us. And no matter what day of the week it is, if it's January 3rd, it's $12. If it's Black Friday, it's $12. If it's 4th of July, it's $12. You know what I mean? So you don't have to wait for a sale. You don't have to do a stock up. You can buy as you need it, not have a shelf full of things because you had to buy it during this time. So that was part of what we did it. Yes, and Briscoe is now called Vaquero, which Vato loves because Vaquero is Spanish for cowboy.
And it's also good for that customer that can really only just swing like maybe like one bottle every other month or something like that. However long a bottle of oil lasts them, you know, they don't have to. They could just get. They don't have to worry. You know, it's just $12. They get their oil and they keep it moving. You know, they don't have to. You know, search and you know, wait for a certain time of the year and all this. Like he was saying, like you don't have to wait for codes a certain time of the year, sales or anything like that. It's just, you know. And you get your oil and you're a happy customer. And that's it, you know. And you smell good at the same time because they all the scents are killer. So sandalwood is pricey. And so the last scent we did was sending sunrise or sending sunset, which it's a good scent I have.
So that scent, no matter which company I have, I can do that. That doesn't go with Alley Cat for the new people because that was a collaboration. Custom type thing. So that's mine. Like that doesn't go with the brand. So better believe, because I've already had talks with John Senning, that will come back at some point because he gets demand for that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And if you think about it too, with our pricing, oil, butter, and a wash, that's $36 plus what it'd probably be about $6 for shipping roughly. So think $40, $41 for oil, butter, and wash, which most places was going to cost you $60 plus shipping.
Yeah.
You essentially get a free product if you look at it that way. And we do free shipping after $60. So if you buy 5 oils, $60 out the door for 5 oils.
Yeah.
That's Black Friday, right? That's kind of why we did that.
Yeah. That's all done by design. That's, you know.
It's strictly customer centric. We're here for the customers. We're not here for ambassadors. We don't want ambassadors. We want the customers to be the ambassadors, right? Yeah. And I hope that's what happens. I hope the customers like it enough that they're like, hey, you guys have to try this. And we're not like, we'll be on Amazon at some point and we're not raising the prices. I've seen some brands in every market. When they go on Amazon, the prices adjust to account for the Amazon fees. We're not going to do that. We'll probably lose a little bit more.
Pen 15, okay.
Yeah. And there's one time a year, and I don't think we're going to hit it this year. Although, did you just figure out what Pen 15 is?
No, I know. I was just laughing at it. I didn't want to laugh out loud.
So with Dad Beards, our only time of year where we're going to do any kind of special type anything was Father's Day. Well, Dad Beards is gone, Retro Beards is here. So that might change. We might just not do one, or we might find a new day to be like, hey, this is the day we'll put together a special bundle for this, and that'd be the thing. Boobs. But yes. So, and we'll still have merch. And I think our merch with Retro Beards is going to be a lot cooler than
the Dad I feel
Beards.
Like because just the possibilities for what we can put on these on the merch is endless.
Yeah. So
I have some like designs in my head that I got to start drawing out just to,
And we do have the ability to do customs. We're not going to do it on the website where you can order a custom because that just causes too much chaos from my experience. But if you're a loyal customer and you reach out to us saying, hey, I'd really like a custom, what can we do? We will do that because we do have the ability to print one-off labels for you.
Yeah.
Without having to like, well, how are we going to, we're not going to have a generic label that says custom order and put your name on it. We'll do whatever you want, we'll create a special label for you within reasons. Like if we, I'm not gonna hire an artist to do it, but if we can create the label for you, we'll do it. Yeah, the TV behind us, yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't know if that'd be. Oh, we could probably put that on a shirt or do something like that.
I definitely can put a sticker. I can make a sticker out of that.
Yeah, and Johnny, we have a sticker machine that Johnny's all about making stickers.
I can make all the stickers.
So we'll have sticker packs and stuff that we'll throw in orders. So we're gonna have some fun with it. You know what I mean? So
I have to get an actual like paper cutter because like I want straighter edges and stuff. Because scissors, like I feel like it gets a little, you know what I'm saying? I want to make it more clean cut.
We can get one of those.
I'll get one of those. Don't worry about it.
And I think when it comes to, and we had some ideas for like custom packagings for dad beers, but I think with retro beers now I think the window of ideas is much larger. The opportunity for some cool ideas. I already have some cool. I mean, I could tell you a box that looks like this TV would be pretty damn dope, right? Or a box that looks like it would come to a hippie's house that looks like it's a flower box. You mean like we have so many different things.
Old school lunchbox or
old school, so
something like that.
We have so many. We need to just get off the ground.
Yeah.
Get revenue stream going back again, because basically every dollar that we made from dad beards is going to be depleted in this. So
yeah, going right back into it.
Yeah. So what do you say? Next, you need to get a button. Oh, button press and send those out with orders with the quarter size buttons. So I've thought about that. So listen, Johnny would do everything if we can, right?
Yeah.
So at some point we'll be using screen print transfers and pressing our own shirts at some point, doing the same thing with hats. At some point, there's a piece of machinery that's going to cost us a couple $1,000s. Johnny's like, well, we should just do that in-house because I don't want to have to use a third party or use a friend and have da-da-da. I'm like, Johnny, we ain't got that kind of money yet, sir. So our ideas are endless. Our bank accounts are not.
Right.
And we're trying to we each made our initial investment into dad beards, but we're trying to keep the business to grow as much as the business is allowing it to grow, not dumping money to grow something and then playing catch up with the funds, right? And I did that already before, twice. So we made our investment, we made that back for the most part, but now the money that we made back has to go into this. But we are firm on the fact that our pricing is going to always remain where it is. I would rather shut the doors than have to increase pricing if it was not going to be an affordable option. Truly, that's how I feel. How Johnny feels, I couldn't tell you. He may say, well, then you can go and I'll keep it going. But I don't think we'll have to. I think we'll be okay. Even with the whole pricing stuff going right now, I think
but we should be good for a while because if you got those things today, then
we just made a large purchase of our oil bottles.
Just in case. You never know. Hey, Apple did it. They filled 4 planes full of iPhones.
See, and the thing is, everything that's already here, we should be fine.
Yeah, everything
that's they have to order new, and we order from American companies. It's just where they get their shit from. So
exactly.
But a button machine would be pretty dope, I think, because Johnny could pump out little buttons. I don't know. Do people really like buttons? I mean, I've done buttons before, but
what we can do is we can do a test run with the buttons.
Yeah.
See if anybody says anything.
We'll give you just a toss in. I don't want to sell them. It'd be like a toss in.
If we do something like that, I got to get some feedback. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to throw these things out and get no feedback, and then we spend the money on a machine and all that stuff and all that. You know what I mean? So,
button machines are not that pricey. We could easily get one. It's just, is it worth it at the end of the day? Yeah.
I guess if it's just like a thing that we're throwing in with packages, and if I have the time to make 10, 15 buttons that afternoon, and not everybody's going to get a button. Buttons?
What? You could do child labor. Lucy would sit there and smash out buttons, bro.
Well, I have to pay her.
Ice cream, cookies, and fried chicken, dude.
They are raised that they know that if they do something, they get cash for it. So anytime they do a chore or whatever, or anytime they do a favor for a family friend or something like that, they they negotiate how much money they're going to get before they actually do the service, and that's and we that's what we taught them.
Why
Because
shouldn't you
that's
fight
the way
a
the world
dinosaur?
works.
Because you'll get your ass kicked. I like that. Our dad joke extraordinaire. Yeah, so that's the update on Dad Beards. That's where we're at. Not Dad Beards, Retro Beards. And I'll tell you, Jonnie and I were, I don't want to say devastated, but we were pissed off to begin.
Very.
But that pissed off because of what was happening, but on the fact that we were basically stuck with having a domain name that made no sense and it would be hard to get people to know that's our name or our business, to just changing it. Like, we were pretty connected to, Dad Beards. Like, we were pretty
I have a shit ton of merch and stickers and stuff for Dad Beards, like, it's like,
well, not just the financial connection, but like just the brand to us. Like, that was something.
Yeah.
It was, the logo was me and Jonnie. Like, it was a brand that spoke to us and spoke to our customers. But I think the forced move, the decision we made on the new brand was I think we went the right course with our branding for the new one. I think we did. Because we tossed around some things and we're like, yeah, but then when I tossed this out, Jonnie was like, I like that. And I was like, cool. We're good.
Yes, Mark. We'll do the thank you cards.
There'll be thank you cards because Jonnie insists on, he don't care if we have one order or a million orders. He will write thank you notes. So what's going to happen when we do start getting thousands of orders a day, Jonnie is going to sit there and just write thank you notes all day. He can't do nothing else. So no package will ever get shipped because Johnny's going to have handwriting thank you notes.
If we get to 1,000, if we get to like hundreds of orders a day, I'll come up with a stamp.
No, you just get the cards with a pre-made thank you statement on there.
I don't know.
And then you just write thanks Jonnie on there, or thanks Bob, thanks
Fred.
Sign it. Yeah.
I don't know,
because that's what I did with Alley Cat. I would get signed some stuff and 5 cents a button. So pay the kids 5 cents per button. Yeah,
5 cents per button.
Well, dude, she would pump. We were like, why do we have 10,000 buttons?
She wouldn't say she would tell me no for 5 cents. She would absolutely not. It better be $1 a button. Lucy would ask for $1 a button.
But see, if she did the math, so it would take.
It's today's prices.
It would take 20 buttons to make $1. If she did 100, at $5 an hour, that's good. 100 buttons an hour, $5 an hour. That's good for him.
I don't know. I have to see. I have to see what she comes up.
Listen. We don't negotiate with terrorists, okay?
Hey.
We don't.
She's a little business lady. I'm telling you.
What about Dill? He would do it.
Dylan would do it.
He would do it for like.
He would do it for Robux, for the game. But Robux start at $10. So like he'd be like, well, I need a $10 gift card if I'm gonna do this.
Make me 100 buttons. I'll give you a $10 gift card.
No, he wouldn't. I don't think he'll take that deal. He wouldn't take that deal because it wouldn't mathematically work out from him in his head. He'd be like, wait a minute. Like, I'm spending all this time and I'm only getting $10. Yeah, so no.
It's an hour.
He got $50 off his uncle for shoveling his walkway.
See, that's nonsense. The people at McDonald's get $8 an hour for making your food. So
I'm not going to stop them if they negotiate with their family members and they so happen to get $50 to $100 for doing something. Hey, that's their negotiating skills. Sorry.
Hey, Archie, I need you to stop putting ideas in a public forum and just DM us because you've got some good ideas. So that is a cool
KIT and put the website.
KIT.
Because we write in the yearbooks.
Keep in touch, yeah. KIT.
You should see my yearbook. I have pages of that. And I got numbers. I got a page of all phone numbers.
I feel like Johnny's negotiating with me for his kids. Instead of saying, no, you know what? They're my kids. Yeah, 5 cents a button, you little shit. You're gonna make it. No, he's like, they're gonna negotiate with you. We don't negotiate with terrorists. We don't do it. It's this. Tell them this. Like, look, this is the options. We'll give you 5 cents a button that you make, or you don't make any buttons and you're not making any money.
Then they won't do it.
Well, then you know what? Then I'll.
You don't understand.
I'll pay little Fred down the corner.
these kids they broke their iPad, right? So I said I'm not gonna get another iPad until you guys raise $500, $250 from each, right? And they did it. They went and they did stuff, with their uncle, and he paid them money. And over time, they raised the $500.
He probably overpaid them as well. Because their uncle, I know the uncle you're talking about, and what he does for the kids. I guarantee you, it wasn't a hard sell to get him to overpay at all.
I don't know. I don't. So like I think they washed his motorcycle, and they each got
Randy, hey, what's up, buddy?
They got like $20 each.
See, that's too much
to wash his motorcycle. So he spent $40 on a motorcycle car wash.
I told you. He overpaid.
Because they would, they're like, well, we won't do it then. We won't do it.
Then don't do it. You don't get. This is the thing.
This
is what you're gonna get for doing it. Or if you don't do it, then you have what you have now, which is nothing. So what's better, nothing or something? I'll take something. So your negotiating skills are terrible, Johnny.
It's not me. It's their negotiating skills. They come up with it.
No, your ability to tell them no. We're not negotiating. This is it.
Oh yeah, I've told them no myself a bunch of times. Yeah, because I'm not paying them for that shit. But when they when they're out there with their grandpa and all that stuff, and I have a little hustler in there. One time they got paid in ice cream, so like. They tricked their grandfather to get them ice cream, and then in the same day they tricked their grandma to walking them down to the corner store and get ice cream again. So they got ice cream twice that day when they're only allowed to have ice cream once a day. So do they get ice cream once a day, or if they do get it, they can't have it more than once? Right. Yeah. If they get ice cream. It's once they can't just sit with a tub of ice cream and just start eating it.
What constitutes one ice cream a day? Because a tub of ice cream is one ice cream.
No, they can't have it's a whole the gallon.
Hey,
tub, yeah.
But it's one.
No.
It's
3 scoops in the bowl. That's your serving.
So you have a predetermined amount of scoops.
Yeah,
as a serving 3.
Yeah.
But what if the tub says 1 scoop is a serving? Then you gave them 3 servings of ice cream.
That's fine.
Well, see, now you just went on your roll with 1 ice cream a day. That's 3.
That's the one bowl of ice cream a day. Like,
so now it's a bowl of ice cream. So that's different. Yeah. Your parameters have altered, sir. And or did they clay polish and buff this motorcycle, or they just wet it, brush it down? 1 ice cream. It's funny. Ask Jonnie what he ate before the stream. He had a chip witch. Ask Gary what his favorite ice cream thing is. A chip witch. And I've had 3 this week though.
Chip witch cost me like $250.
$250?
Yeah.
That's cheap. No, I can't get not 1 Groomsburg. This is the thing. You have to go to the next time I go to Jersey, you need to have the weekend off and you need to drive your happy ass down to Jersey to get a Groomsburger. Because we're not going up. And this is what's funny? I can't count how many times I've been to Johnny's house. Ask Jonnie how many times I've had anything made for me at his house.
Not once.
Not once. So, Mark, don't feel bad that you don't have a Groomsburger because not only do I have to buy my own food when I go to Johnny's house, I also have to buy 4 new tires when I go to Johnny's house. I have to get a hotel.
I bought 4 new tires too, so I was right with you.
You know what? So that's a recommended. And then Archie has a good point. Gelato isn't ice cream technically. So if they get 1 ice cream, then can they have 1 gelato? And a popsicle? A popsicle's not ice cream.
It's all ice cream.
No.
It's all ice cream. Just like all cereals.
A popsicle is ice. You're missing the cream.
It's all ice cream. It's a sweet treat.
Okay, so now they get 1. So then they can't have a cookie then if they have ice cream.
No.
I know that's not true because your kids are cookie bandits.
They are. They're cookie monsters. My God.
Yeah.
They really are.
So, Mark, don't feel bad that you haven't had a Groomsburger because I haven't had a Grooms anything. So, and it's not that I want it. I don't want anyone making me anything. I'm happy with because one of the benefits of having to take my quarterly trips to Jersey is we get to eat at we usually eat at non-chain places at least once and kind of get a new experience. And like,
do you like sushi?
not to the point where I'm gonna say let's go to a sushi bar or sushi
Because
joint.
no, there's a brand new like futuristic sushi place where you sit down and it's got the conveyor belt.
I
You
will
know-
go to that as long as I can get certain things. I don't eat the raw sushi. I eat the crab rolls and the
It looks really
California
cool. I
rolls.
almost sent it to you, but I was like,
we have a place in Northern Maryland that just is like that too. I would go to that, but not the raw stuff.
Mm.
I would tell you, if you have a Chinese place near you that has dim sum, I'll go have dim sum. You know what that is?
No, I don't think
It's
I've
where they
ever.
bring the carts and they have all these little baskets of like steamed things, and you just get the little things. It's like
Uh-huh.
it's basically like a smorgasbord, but Chinese related.
Huh. I gotta
It's-
see
yeah.
it. I gotta see that's around.
So special tires, not just any tires. Hey, my tires cost twice as much as Johnny's tires, by the way.
Yeah, it's
And I
ridiculous.
still have the loaner tire. And sherbet is not ice cream.
We don't eat sherbet here. I don't like sherbet.
And
just
it's
don't like it.
it's sherbet, I
Sherbet.
think. Sherbet. It's delicious.
I
Orange
don't like it. I
sherbet.
don't like it.
You don't like sherbet?
No.
Froyo. Does Froyo count?
Froyo counts.
That's
Yeah.
not ice cream. It's frozen yogurt.
But it counts as an ice cream.
Well, you said sweet treat. So what if they get like a ramen flavored ice cream? That's not a
No.
sweet treat.
Ew, no, they wouldn't eat that.
But they could have it though.
No.
They
It's
can't have it.
if they have ice cream, ice cream, froyo, whatever, sherbet, gelato, any kind of form of
Any
of that.
frozen dessert.
Yeah, it's just one. They can't have one.
What if it's a frozen cake? Cheesecake.
If they have a cake, then they can't have ice cream. You can have cake and ice cream, right?
Can you have ice cream and cake?
Yeah, you can have cake and a scoop of ice cream, right? Or you have just ice cream.
So the cake eliminates 2 scoops of ice cream.
Yeah, you could say that.
That's unfair. I'm
It's
glad
not
I didn't
unfair.
grow up in
It's
that.
perfectly fine.
I'm
Look, I
glad
want them to
didn't grow up
grow.
in a
I
group
want them to
household.
grow tall. I don't want them to grow round. So, like, we keep them controlled. I keep it controlled about
Knowing your children, I don't think you're going to get the round issue because the level of their metabolism is so high because of their energy levels. They're like, if we could bottle whatever powers them, we'd be bazillionaires. Because
Yeah,
there's no rest for them. In my experience, I don't live with them, so I don't know. Other than them when they sleep, there's no rest in those.
no, they're crazy all the time.
Yeah.
Like when I'm down here before the show starts, they're up there and it's like banging and they're running around and craziness. So like,
Okay, Italian ice is good. What if it's an ice cream cake? Do they get 3 pieces? That's 3 scoops.
no, they get one good size piece. That's it.
Now, do you slice an ice cream cake or do you scoop it?
You cut it.
But could you scoop an ice cream cake?
You could, but then like you're just gonna get like scooped pieces, and that's not good. If it's ice cream cake, especially like Carvel with the crunchies in the middle, you got to cut that into squares.
So they can have the cake a la mode or just the cake? Oh, explain. I agree. We're not Russia, Adrian, but explain what the first part of your thing is.
A la mode is the cake.
I know what
with the
a la
ice cream.
mode is. It's
Yeah.
like pie with a scoop. I know what that is, but he
Yeah,
says
yeah.
or one by themselves. So what is it? What's the one by themselves? That's what I want to know. So,
They
so
can
it's
they
cake
can
with ice cream or just ice cream or
they
just
can have
cake?
ice cream and a little scoop of they can have cake and a little scoop of ice cream, or they can have a good sized piece of cake or a serving of ice cream.
How often do you have cake at your house?
Not very often. We don't
How
really
often
have
do you
a
have
lot of
ice
cake
cream at your house?
Pretty consistent. A lot of times, yeah, we have ice cream in the house all the time. Yeah,
I know you always have cookies in your house.
got it. We have to have cookies.
Now let
in
me
the house.
ask: is this vegan ice cream
No,
or so? But do you?
there's
so-
because I like my flavors and I get my ice cream.
yeah, because vegan ice cream doesn't have the best options.
Yeah, and they don't really
Or
like
dairy
it.
free.
Like,
Well, dairy free probably.
we tried the oat milk ice cream and it's just not that good. It doesn't taste
Now,
that good.
does Audrey eat the regular ice cream?
No, she eats the oat milk ice cream and the almond milk ice cream.
So can they have one cake and later an ice cream, or no, just one? So you can have it together, but you can't have them separate on 2 separate times. Which
I mean, if they're
essentially
gonna
is
have,
the
if they're
same,
gonna, oh Jesus Christ, I can't really have to go this really super detailed.
right?
Look,
So-
if they have their serving of ice cream, like let's say before 12 o'clock, right, and then after dinner they want a piece of cake, it's gonna be a smaller piece of cake than the normal piece of cake they would normally have if they didn't have ice cream.
no, so like let's say they say, Dad, We want to, so we can have a slice of cake and a scoop of ice cream. But like, you know, I just want cake. And then later, hey, I want my ice cream. And you say, no, you already had your sweet treat. Well, I could have had both earlier, but now I only get one. So why can't they split it
the
up?
serving of ice cream that they would have got with the cake.
What if they say, Dad, we want the same size of cake and ice cream we would get if they were together, but want half now and half later?
Yeah, sure. But it's got to be that same small. It's got to be that same small size.
Okay, now what if it's a cookie cake? Yeah, and the brand Rebel. Now Halo Top is pretty good, but I don't know if that's dairy free. But Halo Top is pretty good.
I didn't like Halo Top. I tried that
Halo Top.
when I was working out. I was like,
you can eat the whole pint, and it's like 100 calories.
Yeah, I know, but like I didn't like the flavors. I didn't like the taste, the feeling. I didn't like it.
Camel Cam, you came at the bad time. One, because we're wrapping up. Two, we're debating cake and ice cream, and the fact that Jonnie is stingy with his children, and they can either have cake and ice cream together, but not separate at 2 separate times because they already had a sweet treat. But if they have ice cream on its own, it's 3 scoops. If it's ice cream with cake, it's 1 scoop. He is just. What about the Snicker bar ice cream? Does that count as a scoop? Or does that count as just
no? They can eat the whole. Of course, if they have a Snickers bar ice cream, they eat the whole.
Can you have that with cake?
Probably not.
But okay, now why? Because it's an ice cream scoop, but it's
but it's like I gotta look at the like how much is in
it. It's got chocolate, caramel, and nuts. The same thing.
I gotta look at I gotta look at the calories and all that stuff and see how much.
What if they got a scoop of Ben and Jerry's caramel apple nut fudgy bomb?
It also, it also comes into play if they actually did some kind of physical activity that day, like if they went and rode their bikes or they played outside and all that stuff. But if they just stayed home all day
they
watching
get an
TV,
extra scoop.
They'll get like.
Don't start a new show. Don't start any new episodes. I'm about done, and then I'm watching my show. You shut your face. See, whatever. Josh is so confused. Listen, Josh is just a lonely man in West Virginia who wants cake, ice cream, cookies, and at the same time, and you've confused them on when he's allowed to eat what he wants.
You could have all that, but like as far as for my children's health and well-being, it's controlled. It's definitely controlled. Even with the cookies, they're only allowed 6 Oreos a day.
Teaching your kids is that you need to allow someone to control what you do. No, that's what you're teaching.
I'm trying to teach them moderation. Like you have these things, but you can't sit down and eat an entire sleeve of Oreos.
No,
listen, in my house,
you just said you can't. You can do that.
You can.
It's not a good idea to do it.
If you want to, like go over your caloric, allowance for the day and start gaining a lot of weight, sure, you can do that. But as these kids are growing and wanting to be healthy, there's limits. So they're only allowed if they're gonna have cookies. Let's say they're gonna have Oreos, right? 6 a day. That's it. That's the cutoff. 6. So they can have 3 in the morning, they can have 3 in the afternoon, or they can have all 6 in one sitting, and that's it. Which is more than the serving size.
So Mark says he agrees with you because smaller size after dinner is close to bedtime. Now, whose bedtime are we talking about? Because Jonnie goes to bed early. And if Jonnie puts his kid to bed at, let's say, 10, but they don't go fall asleep till 2, why couldn't he have ice cream at 11 then? Because Absolutely he's not asleep. See,
because bedtime is 8 o'clock.
Yeah, well, that's unacceptable.
Now, they're in bed right now.
So then you could say 1 extra sweet treat for an hour of button making. There you go. Make buttons for an hour. You get 3 more scoops of ice cream.
And then you got to take a factor how much this stuff costs, because how much this stuff costs versus how much they eat. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not making money either. So,
now, how many salads? If they said, Dad, I want 5 salads right now, could they eat 5 salads?
If my son ate a salad and was like, I want more salad, I would give him. I don't know, fill an entire.
So it's not the amount of food you're controlling. So you're telling him it's okay to be over in abundance on a low calorie thing, but on a high calorie thing, we have little.
Of course. Okay. You can't.
And who doesn't eat a sleeve at a time? You're teaching your kids blasphemy for one.
No, I'm not.
Who eats 6 Oreos and stops? It's like a Lay's. What? You're a full of shit, dude. I've seen you clear out a butt. Did I wake up and you got the pack of Oreos sitting on your nightstand? So don't tell me you might eat 6 at a time, but that each time is every 10 minutes of the day. You have packs of cookies just stashed by your night. Don't tell me you eat 6. When was the last time we bought you a pack of Oreos? Because we said, you know what? You don't need these Oreos. No. Listen, the Oreos start in the pantry and the pack ends up on his nightstand.
But he's an athlete. It's different.
Jonnie
Right?
says you're an athlete, so it's different. This is non-athlete times when he does this.
He's got to take it all his calories because he's out there putting out all that.
Now
energy.
is it 6 regular Oreos, 6 double stuff, mega
Regular.
stuff? So
Regular.
what if they were double or mega? Do you?
We don't really
the
get
numbers?
those. We don't really get those.
If you did,
I don't know. Yeah, I would say it's still 6, even though it's double.
Okay,
stuff.
well, so then 6 double stuff is 12 Oreos. So you just cheated.
Look, they don't know about that loophole. So
how many Pringles do they get?
They don't
eat Pringles. I don't eat Pringles.
My daughter used to eat Pringles, but she don't eat them anymore.
First of all, you know what though? If Dylan, knowing his son, if he asked for salad, I would probably give him as much as he wants.
Yeah,
I would think he's ever going to ask you for salad.
He wasn't asking me for anything. That's his problem.
He doesn't ask, but if you offered it, he wouldn't say it because he's very selective on what he eats.
Yeah, very.
With textures and stuff. And I think salad texture is too weird. So if he asked for it, I'd be shocked.
Like
you would probably be like, "Here, eat it all."
Yeah. He asked for a yogurt, and then I gave it to him, and he ate it. And I was like, "Oh, you like these?" He says, "Yeah." I ran to the store. I got like 12 yogurts.
Yeah.
This guy fucking like here yogurt.
When Kellen was little, if he liked something, because he would go in spurts.
Yeah.
So it was always this thing, and then he'd stop liking it, and then we find a new thing. Like, dude, there was a time where Beanie Weenies was his jam. Like, he would every meal, I want beans and weenies. And then all of a sudden, I was like, I hate this. I'm like, bitch, you just been eating this for a month. But yeah,
exactly. Same thing.
But that's why, because
with mac and cheese, my son would eat mac and cheese like crazy. And then all of a sudden, he just stopped eating mac and cheese. It was like,
they stopped making the jalapeno flavored Pringles. But anyways, Jonnie needs to go to bed. We've been on longer than he told me that we were going to. We kind of got sidetracked because we're talking about the lack of desserts that he allows his children to eat.
I mean, we can pick this up later. I mean, I have a whole bunch of different rules. So
okay, so part 2. So listen, so next Wednesday, part 2. Bring with you the rules that you grew up with that may be weird now, or the rules that you apply to your children that we can pick apart and figure out why they're not the best rules. Jonnie, you bring your rules. I'll bring my rules. Chat, you bring your rules. Chili Mac, bring that next week. We'll talk about Chili Mac because I love me some Chili Mac. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you. We'll have more updates on the brand next week. We'll probably tell you, hey, labels were ordered. And we're gonna discuss rules. So bring that. And now I'm making me a spreadsheet for next week. We're gonna have this conversation. So you guys in the chat, thanks for joining. We appreciate you. We'll see you next week. You have a great weekend. If you guys have any problems, concerns you want to talk about, you feeling down, give me a DM. We're here for you.
Yeah.
Outside of that, Jonnie, take your ass to bed because you work stupid hours.
I know.
Everybody else, enjoy the rest of your night.